Hello and welcome back to the Mighty Alien 101 TV. Today we are doing another garage review from World of Tanks, and today it's going to be the M36 Jackson, the Tier 6 American turreted tank destroyer. Now the Jackson, I love the Jackson, and it's probably one of my favourite, if not my favourite, Tier 6 tank destroyers, and that's for many reasons, mainly being the gun and the speed. But so let's start off with the hit points here. 590. I think this is enough for the role I play, which is it's more of a sniper role. I sit back with binos, we'll come on to that later, and I tend to snipe targets that other people are spotting. And so that's 490 hit points is alright, because I mean I'm not planning to get hit a lot, so that's alright for me compared to other tier 6 TDs. That is quite low, like the 88 tier 6 British, which was a review of last time, 800 hit points, almost 200 more, 210 more. So that's the hit points. The weight to load limit, I've fully upgraded this, is 29.13 out of 30.5 tons. Now, that's with a bit added on because of the binoculars, only 50 kilograms more, but anyway, there's still, the weight really doesn't matter unless you're planning to ram. And don't ram in this tank when you've got other tier 6s that weigh 50 tons, if not 60 tons. Then you're gonna lose out. So just be careful when you're ramming. And I've got torrential lag. Yeah. This is lovely, isn't it? Let me just wait for this to die down. Come on. That's a bit better. Yeah, that's a lot better now. Right. So then we go to the engine power, 420 horsepower, and that is good enough, because that means that you have a speed limit of 42 kilometers per hour. Now that isn't a theoretical speed limit. You can reach that quite easily, I think, and 30 degrees per second traverse speed, which is also very good, which you will need because the turret traverse speed was only 16. And the turret is very slow turning. So turn your hull as well if you want to turn your gun at a fast rate. Then we get onto the hull armor. So the front of the hull, if I show you here, is it says 114. Now that's technically a lie, I think, anyway, because I think that just means this little bit, and that's also curved. So other things at tier 6 and below, most tier 5s and some tier 6s will bounce this area. Then this part is a bit lower, I think, but it is curved, so probably equals the same amount. But I mean, if anything tier 6 and above shoots at you, maybe tier 5, it will go in if they shoot you there. 25 at the sides and 25 at the back, just, it's not even worth being there. You can't really angle in this tank either, but purely because of that. I mean, if it hits the side and it isn't a 70-degree angle, like if it's lower than 70 degrees, it's going to go in. It's the front and it's like lower than a 70-degree angle, it's going to go in. So just bear that in mind. If you're going to play this aggressively, just remember that you practically have no armor. Now onto the turret, 76mm at the front, and that is around here and along the sides and around there. The gun mantlet adds on a bit more, and I found the gun mantlet can be really trollish, because even though it penetrates the gun mantlet, doesn't mean it will get through the armor behind the gun mantlet. So just remember that you can play this hull down as well, I suppose, but if it hits anywhere around here, it will most likely go in. And 25 at the back and 25 at the sides, which is just average. You're not expecting to be attacked from the side if you're playing this as a sniper tank, but just bear that in mind. You have practically no armor on the sides. Standard shell damage. Now this is with the upgraded gun, the 90mm AT gun M3, if we just go to the research here. That is probably the best gun for the sniper. Purely because it's got quite a slow rate of fire, but 240 average damage and 160 average penetration with AP is more than enough at tier 6. But the stock gun, which you also had on the Wolverine as the top gun, this, from the Wolverine anyway, gets an increased rate of fire, so you get about 3 shots per get like a 3-second reload, I think, with 128 pen and 115 damage. Average, of course. 0.35 dispersion at 100 meters, pretty good. 1.7 aiming time, yeah, it's alright. I mean, you're not really expecting to be rushing every single shot in this, and if you are rushing every single shot, you should be close enough to expect most of them to hit. And yeah, that gun's actually quite good. It's quite an easy grind to get to the top gun, and I think, yeah, it's the same top engine on the Wolverine as it was on the Jackson, so I bought that instantly. The radio is also the same, so I bought that as well. Turret was slight grind, wasn't that much. It's optional, of course, but I got it purely because you see that picture, that's open top, but on mine it's closed top. The upgraded turret, that's literally it, and that helps prevent damage from high explosive shells, and it really does actually help. So yeah, just bear that in mind. That's why you get the turret. Tracks, I think you may have to get them. Oh, I don't know. I really can't remember. Yeah, I think you will have to get them. Didn't mean to click that. I think you will have to get the tracks, but just bear that in mind. Yeah, that's basically all this stuff. Now, I play this as a sniper, and I've got binocular telescope, and I got that for free actually on an event that was on a while ago. And that just gives you plus 25% view range on stationary up to 500 meters, so it just helps. Now onto here. Top gun, it's got good enough penetration, so I've gone mostly AP and only 5 HE for those tier 8 vehicles that you may come up against. Small repair kit, manual fire extinguisher, small first aid kit, just the usual. And also, I forgot what I was going to say. Yippity-doo-dah. But, yeah, oh, that's what I was going to say. The Jackson actually has quite good matchmaking. I don't really get into tier 8 games that much, and if I do, because I'm fast, I can actually flank them, and that's what I tend to do rather than snipe in the Jackson at tier 8 games. So, just bear that in mind as well. That's just about it. I'll tell you about crew perks, even though I haven't got them. I'd probably go Sixth Sense. I can't even remember some of these. Either Designated Target or Deadeye. Or Armour if you really want. It's really up to you for Gunner, but I'd go Deadeye probably. Driver, doesn't really matter that much. If you really want a difference, I suppose you could decrease his ramming damage, I suppose, if you want to play this offensively. Radio, I'd probably increase. Might as well extend signal range, because, I don't know, extend view range or signal range, or just go for camo. It's really up to you. If you're playing a sniper, I'd go camo on radio operator. Loader, I'm probably just going to go for camo on this as well, because if I'm on 10% hit points, I wouldn't even bother trying to fire back. If I get to that point, then I've done something extremely stupid, and there's not really much point trying to live on. So I wouldn't really bother with that. I haven't got ammo racked at all in the Jackson yet, and I wouldn't really need that. Don't really need like repairs that much. Firefighting, haven't really been set on fire that much. Brothers in Arms, I'd choose that second perk. Then I'd pick camo on this for the first perk. The rest, camo, Brothers in Arms probably, just purely to get this to the best of its ability. So that was the M36 Jackson. Thank you for watching, guys. If you want more, then please ask me what tanks you want me to do. And I hope you enjoyed this video. By the way, just as a reminder, I haven't even said it in my previous video, but I'm trying out with lots of different resolutions because World of Tanks does not support 1280 by 720, which is the YouTube standard resolution. So I'm experimenting with different resolutions to see what they look like and so on and so forth, just purely to see what looks better, because you get these black lines down the side occasionally on your video, but I can't see that because my monitor automatically stretches the screen so it fills the screen. But just bear that in mind, that if there are black lines, I'm just experimenting. I'll try and find the perfect one soon. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.